back here, and I have not recorded in a couple of days. We're still doing our Let's Play. I believe this is Let's Play... What would it be? What would it be? This is Let's Play 10. So, a couple of things happen off camera. When I say we, I mean I. I don't know why I always say we. It's crazy. I usually play with other people. I built some equipment. We experimented a bit with spider weavers, fuzzy parka. I ended up getting my hands on, I believe it's the ice, these icicles, which are pretty cool. Just a lot of just like yard shenanigans. I have tried to record that stuff. I'm using Bandicam to do my recording, and I am learning what not to do. I had a hard drive fill up in the middle of the recording, so I did a Let's Play of the freezer, and I did a Let's Play of the charcoal pit, and I lost all that footage, man. So there's other people doing Let's Plays, man. I can't worry about it. Right now, the current plan in Grounded 2 is to build up a little base up here. So I'm to the point where we can start getting this going. So you'll notice we're gonna do. I'm probably gonna do a little town up here of structures. I think that would be kind of cool. A factory or some kind of town around this area. I want to figure out exactly where the bombard beetle spawns and just build a little box of shame around it. I would love to figure out where the snail spawns and just trap that guy too. But in the meantime, this is the exterior wall of pine. We have the start of our base here. I'd like to set up stairs, or maybe even a couple of bounce pads here, and maybe the same in this direction. I'm anticipating some zip lines at some point in the future. So I'm building with this much space on the edge here, kind of by design. I also do not know if mosquito attacks or other types of flying insect attacks are going to be a problem, and I really don't want to build this on the edge, and then I have no way of dealing with them. So that is another issue. And so in going for the base plan, what I currently have available is I have clover stuff, I have thatch stuff, I have some stairs, I have clay, and then we got some interesting stuff. So we got some interesting lamps that I guess are like new blueprint lamps. We got some chairs. We have dressers. I guess you could put stuff in here, which is kind of cool. What I do not, I guess I see rugs. And I don't know if like there's more stuff after I beat the game or not, but I can at least start with some of these materials. And then of course we do have our Halloween thing. So we can sort of start getting this base up and running. I have I have a couple more chips to unlock. I have the missing optical disc here, which I believe is in the poison area. So, which is why I'm wearing the cockroach suit. This entire thing gives you gas resistance. And so we have gas resistance at 95%. We're gonna go fight the cockroach soon. And I already have the chip from the ice area. I don't know if I paid for the new stuff yet. I think I have that. I literally think it's just the poison area and the final turbo optical disc fight, oh no, actually I'm a liar. We have this one over here too. What is this? Oh, that's the spider den. Okay. We can make that happen. So we're most of the way through this playthrough. But I kind of want to. I've been saving up materials for a while. So with that being said, I'm going to quickly check the ASL, and then we'll come back and maybe do some building. All right, I'll see you soon. All right, so we're gonna run over here, check out the ranger station, and it's really just sign sets, the acorn defense thing, which I'm not gonna bother with, and fresh storage, which I will get. So right now I'm still short a couple of buildings. I think I might be mostly leveled up. Level 9, which got us some snail stuff. So there might be more stuff for us to get. I'm fairly certain I'm pretty close to max level. I think there's a place where you could see that. So, no, there's supposedly 2 more discs worth of stuff. And there used to be a place where you could see how much more levels you can get, but we're not quite there yet. We'll see for sure. But yeah, I think we have enough to at least get the base started. So we're gonna head back. Also, while I'm running like away from everything, I want to say I actually learned how to one-shot the snails. I've been avoiding them, but apparently getting the snails is pretty easy. You just have to have ambush and the nifty needle and any bow, and you have to hit them in the eyeball with ambush while crouched. So I'm gonna have to do that in order to get rid of this bastard who's gonna be in my way. So hold tight. So we're back, and we're gonna use the so we use the grub set for a couple of reasons. So he's over there, and we're gonna throw on a level 2 bow, and I'm gonna see if I can get over here. So basically, the grub set is going to give you ranger armor, which is going to give you increased damage. So I have more damage with bows. We do more damage to enemy weak points. We have fresh attack, which is just nice to have. And then what we do is we use a mutation called ambush. Ambush attacks with daggers. So from what I understand, it's not just daggers. I'm pretty sure it also affects, ambush also affects, let's do toggle on crouch. Display, keyboard. Should there be a toggle for crouch as well? There it is. So this is actually pretty important for ambush to work. I don't know if he sees me. So I think he did, but look how much damage I did to him just now. I did like a significant amount, but I might not get the ambush damage. Here we go. He doesn't see me. My damn buggy's in the way, and he's dead. So that is how we kill the damn snails. And now I got snail slime, raw snail meat, and yeah, that's pretty solid. So we have a little snail farm up here, little snail farm operation. That is a lot of damage on weak points, guys. I have a feeling that we might be able to take advantage of that on a lot more creatures.
This counts as research, right?
Like weak point is rump. So toggling, and also is he stabbing? Yeah. So no, he's slashing. So I'm not gonna get full amazingness here. It's gonna be more. I get behind him. It's probably the doing a sneak attack from behind would be better with the daggers. Let's see if I can get him. I don't think so. But toggling, I think toggling the crouching is obviously going to be pretty important. So, where the heck did he go? Is he around the corner? He might have used my little bridge around the corner as a way to get over here. Is that another snail? Oh my god. Where did he go? You guys saw that, right? Where the hell is the bombard beetle? What in the hell? He must have despawned? Or did he turn into a snail? I don't know. But building stuff up here is challenging, to say the least. Is this guy alive? Or is this the shell from before? Oh, and I can't break this damn thing. That's a little unfortunate. So, I know it does despawn, but the fact that I can't move it kind of sucks. Can I move it with this? Damn, dude. There he is. What the hell, dude? You're breaking my shit, motherfucker. Get out of here. We're gonna finish him off the old-fashioned way. Good old slap. So, not liking that. I'm gonna have to build him a little hut. Keep these guys under control, man. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna sleep real quick, and we're gonna come back, and hopefully that snail shell will no longer be something we have to deal with. Okay, let's see. I no longer seem to have a snail shell. I got some free stuff. It was mint shards. We have that going for us. Okay. He's still in here! Alright, well. That is what it is, guys. That is what it is. It sounds to me like, for the time being, I should probably just throw a pine wall here. There. At least I don't have to worry about the bombard beetle coming through this way, and it is what it is. We'll work on it to begin with. Okay, so first thing, I think we start with, let's get ourselves let's figure out what we're going to do for a roof. I think I'm going to go clover. Clover is kind of easy. We have lots of stem. We have so many stems. So it's just going to be a matter of filling my inventory with lots of tree sap and clovers. We have quite a bit of tree sap. And we have quite a bit of clovers. I guess we should, unless I'm crazy. Yeah, we have a lot of clovers. And I have to think about how I want it to work. I have to move this kitchen setup in here, so we are going to make some taller walls. But I don't want I don't want this to be a giant square. I'm thinking maybe we do a taller wall over here, but then a exterior platform that faces outward. So we'll try to do that. So I'm going to start by building some more walls. And we have so much pine needles. Not a lot, but good amount. If we have to get some more pine, I can do that off the video. What I'm noticing is it doesn't tell me which way is the rough way. So I want this to be facing out. They used to have arrows for that. So we'll start with those. And okay, I can sort of see it. And I only want to do a small section of 2-story. I don't want it to be too crazy. So we'll do it like this. And mostly because I don't have the pine needles for it. So I think this will probably be okay for us to move our kind of kitchen. And what we'll do is we'll do these little triangles, and These guys here. Can I please build that? Please? Please? Here. And here? Okay. And... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is there no way to do this the other way? Is this the other triangle? Can I invert it? Reset axis? I could press T. Oh. Okay, if you hit T, it flips it. That's not so bad. So, this kind of gives me not enough room for what I need. I'm going to move it right here. And actually, I think I might do it one more. So, it's going to be a weird looking situation. I don't think it'll be that bad. Let's try it. Okay, I had to press... I think I have to press T, right? Or can I flip it? I want this flipped. Okay. And so that part's weird. Not bad. Not bad. If you don't know what I'm going for, it'll make more sense later on. So this part will have a higher roof, mainly so that I can have a couple of high wall shelves with chests on it and a build out. And so with that being said, we will actually do interior walls, but I'm going to use wall B for interior walls. That's what they're used for. So wall B looks like this. It's like this interior both ways kind of wall. And we'll do just a door frame, which I don't think is good here. Let's do wall B again. And wall B here. Okay. So we will then do an external a wall without a door. You don't really need doors on the inside of your place. It just creates more problems, and you're dealing with having to open and close them, and then they open and they kind of get in the way. So problem I'm seeing is there's snapping issues happening. So we're just gonna do this, and I don't think I have enough pine needles. I'm going to probably maybe I'll have just enough. And yeah, so I have enough to make the kitchen. And I think I may be wrong, because I wanted to pop this backwards. In order to get this build done today, I'm going to eliminate this and bring this over. And we'll just lose a little bit of room in here. I'll recycle this. I'll pick up my pine needles. And I know where there is a metric ton of pine needles, so I'm not too worried about it. Now that we have our kind of kitchen area figured out, what we will do is switch to roof. And I could do a pitched roof, or I could do a flat top roof up here. So I think initially I'm just going to do a flat roof. It'll just be easier for me right now in terms of visually. So I'm just going to do one of these. So then what we'll do is some of these. And we will do this. There's a corner roof, I think, that they make, right? Where it's like a roof corner. But let me make sure that's what I want. Yep, there's a roof corner. And then there is a triangular piece, which goes like that. And now we could do flat roofs for this, this, and this. I gotta eat, or my character ain't gonna die. He gonna die. He gonna die pretty quick.
Nothing like H2O.
Let me just eat some stuff. Do I have food? We're gonna make some snail meat. and get back into our house. Okay, so while that cooks, we should have plenty of stems to get this going. And I like to make my little dwellings one room at a time like this. You know, just because for me it's easier to wrap my head around like how I'm gonna do it, and also like it makes it so that you can make sure you have enough resources to get a project finished. As you can see, we're blowing through stems and clovers pretty quickly. And I have to deal with lighting in here too. So not only am I doing this, I also have to do lighting, and I gotta do a lot of other stuff. But you can see I went through nearly half my stems in just this little section, and you know, kind of dealing with that. But also, it kind of gives you an idea of how you want to do your roof. So I have this side over here. So externally, it kind of, you can see how it looks, and decide like, is that how I want it to work? And I gotta be careful of this. I'm afraid of running through that. I'll just do this. So over here it looks like this. It's like, how do I want this to be the final? And I'm not sure if I do or not. I might do something out here, but you know, it kind of gives you an idea of like, all right, well that's how it works. So I might even want to do an external thing out here later on, like a porch or something, kind of make it look cool. But we'll get there. But for now, it's just a functional spot. And I could get a lot of my other stuff that's just chilling out here, just exist in here, and it won't be so bad. My plan for all these pallets is to literally create shelves and stuff all these pallets on there. But we can, you know, or we can recycle them. So now that I have that, I am totally gonna die. Let's go eat some food. All right, we ate some food. So now I do have a few grass pallets. I have no grass left. Wow. I could have swore I had more. Oh, they're over there. Never mind. I have so much grass. Hello? I have to move this door frame temporarily to get my damn ant inside.
Mode of transportation.
So that's a thing. So let's do that. And cut that out a little bit. And so now I can start building out the shelves for... I'll do the shelves first, and then I'll move all of the kitchen stuff, including the chests in here. So, like, basically, once you're close to these chests, you can start building within a certain proximity. Meaning that, let's say I wanted to build this lamp. Well, it requires sprigs, dry grass, and sap. But if I'm way the hell over here, and I'm away from my chests, it says I have 0 and 0. So it lets me do it within a certain proximity of the chests. I think this is how far you have to be from them. So I need to add lighting and other stuff in here. So for me, I know that I need to kind of get my stuff at least reasonably over here. So what we're gonna do is I gotta plan out where do I want the chests to be. And I have windows here, so I'm gonna use these half walls. I don't want to cut the windows in half. So I think, honestly, I might just do it like this. And I'll see how many chests I can get up there, and then aesthetically it will look kind of cool because it'll all be, you'll walk in and we'll knock all this out. And I'm able to build this because the pallets are nearby. So that'll be where they go. And listen, if I have to put some on the floor, that's okay too. But that will be how I kind of handle it. Now I can fit through that door. I don't know why this ant won't fit through this door. So first thing we have to do is find a place, at least temporarily, for my thing here. Probably around here, so I'm not blocking the windows. Kind of cool. And I have many chests to move, so we'll do that off camera. So we're moving chests, and so far it seems like it's working out. Getting them up there is a pain in the ass. I have to like get close and then slowly turn them, and and then I'm able to get to them pretty easily. It's not bad. So I think this is okay. We'll see if we have enough room for everybody. Alright, we're doing pretty good. I kind of prefer this setup over here to the one that I'm currently building, but from a functional, from like a I don't know, see the kind of stuff overlaps each other. But I'm going to eventually just know the chest locations. I won't even need to read them right away, so it's not terrible. And that works. We only have 4 more to go. And these are all from the yards, so we're going to do them in reverse order. So 4 would be the last one. And I think I'm just going to have barely enough room, but maybe. You'll see what I have to do. It's like you're twisting with... And if they overlap a little bit, that's probably for the best. And then we have 3. I gotta get it pointed this way, because that's where it's gonna be pointed. Like, the walls don't have the arrows, but you get the little arrows with some of this other stuff. I'm gonna make them pretty damn close. I gotta cram all 3 in, so I'm gonna have them overlap a little bit.
Astonishing.
I don't know what we're saying astonishing is, but... 2. And while these boxes look half empty now, I definitely am going to try to have 4 of them if I can make it happen. If I can't, it is what it is. Okay. From the yard 2. And if you have OCD, man, like, yeah, you might end up rebuilding. I don't really have OCD. If it's not even, it is what it is. Like it's fine. For me, I'm just trying to make it work. Function over form. Other people are form over function. Okay, that's not bad. It's a little. The only problem is they are a little squished. So, but I mean, all of this is the same thing. Another option is I could say yard 1. Yard 2, and at least the copy isn't like, or the text isn't like overlapping each other. All right, at least it's not overlapping. Yard 1 through 4, not terrible. And now if I build anything, I'm good to go. So now I just pretty much need I need a fridge because I just unlocked that. So we'll just build that now that everything's over here. Where is the fridge? Is it like in functional items? Yeah. Yeah, I don't have enough butterflies. Oh man, I killed so many butterflies. The fridge is definitely going right here though. It's the perfect spot for it. We'll be getting some butterfly scales. We have the fireplace. I have the furnace, which will go in here. Basically anything that does a thing, probably in this corner. I place these first before I do my lighting, so I know about how I'm going to deal with everything else. I like this mirror, this guy, so I don't even mind if it's like right next to it, even like facing like this, as if it's part of the table, as long as it doesn't look too crappy. But that's okay. I have baskets to move. Trinkets. These will be chests eventually, like the good chests, but For now, it's okay. Just a big old pile of baskets right here. I am concerned about the bombard beetle breaking all my stuff, but we'll cross that bridge. It'd be kind of cool if I had these stacked on top of each other. Like, I'll have this here, this there, and one in the corner. Oops. Did I just pick all that crap up? I sure did. I hit shift. Does shift pick everything up? You can't actually have it on top of each other. But what you can do is you can build a corner floor. Go away. I want this to not be here. Can I cancel? I have to build it?
Elbow grease and ingenuity, as Grandpa says.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I like that. Functionally, it works. We'll figure it out. Why am I hearing spiders? They're probably down there, right? That was one thing I hated about Grounded 1's tree base. I still play it, but I hear the wolf spiders all the damn time. That's okay. We'll leave it like this. Let me put all the equipment back in here. This is fire, fire, fire. This is... what the hell are you? Roach. This is roach. And roach. Keep this with that. And I think that's all that was in there. Not a big deal. Get the rest of our stuff. Mixer. I don't keep the water in here for obvious water collection here for obvious reasons. It's really like stuff that you need. So scorpions, actually, this kind of needs to go here. I need it to be close enough that if I that the scorpion and spider stuff gets picked up. Yep, there's spiders, scorpion. So I need it to be like close enough to that it'll actually function.
Part of the colony.
I think that's it. Now, what I usually do is I'll put my processors in there as well. But because I did the roof the way I did it, I'm not going to do it that way. However, this is all close enough that if I created a processor ledge here and put them all up there, it would pull from the chest. So we could do that for now temporarily. And I'm going to do that with blueprints, with these blueprints. I might leave this yard in here just open without a roof and have other sections of this area with a roof. With roofs, depending on what I'm doing. Kind of like inspired by like the way like Japanese old school structures are built. Well, they'll have a courtyard and then different buildings throughout. And that's kind of what I have envisioned for the rest of the deck here. Is like, courtyards with individual buildings that will hopefully contain the spawns of different things. So ideally, and what do I mean by processing buildings? I mean these. We're going to end up having maybe 10 or 15 of these at some point, and they could honestly chill like out here. And so let's just do an experiment. I can get to it by looking at it. I can hit take all, and it can see the rope and crude from in the building. So simple. I mean, and again, it comes down to like, how much pine do I want to farm? Because I could make this whole thing indoors, but I would be looking for pine for days. I will do a bedroom with stuff, Also, a big part of this game is stuffed insects, and we have to have a lot of big open areas for stuffed insects. Again, another reason to go anti-roof, anti-indoors is you gotta put shit places. This is a grinder, again, another processing unit. So for me, for now, the grinder is just gonna go right next to these two guys. If I can make it fit without it looking goofy. You know what we're gonna do? We'll put that over here. I have more room over here, and I can line up a bunch of grinders. And I guess this is okay. All right. So I'll do a row of grinders here. This will be for the spinning wheels, and I have plenty of room for other. And if I have to put other processors in the future, like I honestly could put them up here, because again, it comes down to like efficient proximity to the chests in a way that like is aesthetically where you want it. I don't remember how to use these. I don't know if you have to manually fill them or if there's an apparatus that we can use to make these work. For now, it's just going to chill here. I actually built this by accident. I think the idea is you can farm water with dew collectors, and then the dew collector you can just store them for the future. I think these are more necessary in harder difficulties where you run out of thirst quickly. It's very, in my opinion, it's like a tedious mechanic. If there's some way to automatically fill these, I can't remember. I'll have to look it up.
It's clean.
We have our piece of
Don't worry
crap
about
bed.
minerals.
Just grab that real quick. Bring that in here. Our bedroom will be over here, but as you can see, I have snail problems. I have snail problems for days. The bedroom will be on the second floor. It'll be a second floor loft that chills over here. But for now, this will be how we roll. I'm gonna grab the rest of my stuff, and then I'm gonna recycle these walls. And we'll have this over here. And we gotta do lighting. Lighting will be the last thing that we do. This guy technically is a producer, and he's big as shit. Probably gonna put him in this corner. He's tall. It's tall as hell, so maybe like right here for now. I don't know if this is gonna stay in the game or not, but you know what we'll do? We'll move this guy and sit this big chunka by that wall right there. All right, chunks. Let's put you right there. I don't know if we're going to get to keep this, but if we are, it is what it is. Is it in the way of this? It kind of is, but kind of isn't. It gives you free stuff. I don't know. I have no clue. We'll see what the hell I do with that thing. There's nothing else here, so we will relocate this guy. We can pretend like we have satellite TV. Bam, that's our antenna. This we're going to keep because I don't want the bombard beetles to come through here. But all of this, we can just move it and recycle it and get it back on the pallets. I have to do it in a certain way, otherwise I'll lose the support and it'll all just fall down the cliff of doom. So I'm just gonna, the reason why I'm moving stuff is that if I just break them over here, it's all gonna fall. But I could break it all pretty easily if I do it like this and make my modern art piece. There's my modern art. Be impressed. And I'll break the bottom pieces and everything should break. Didn't mean to trash it.
Uh-oh.
Get these over here. And I'm sure we will find a use for these if it can just save me from having to go up and down the stairs 500 times. Can I relocate this here and then trash it? Cool. Alright. Can I actually fit in this door? Look, I can't. What in the hell? So crazy. Alright. So now that we're sort of here, I'm just going to do some internal like sort of lighting, which I don't need Mr. Ant for. Mr. Ant is going to chill right here. Mr. Ant.
Have to give young ones some independence.
Alright, cool. Let's see what kind of lighting we have. We have lots of parts lighting, which I guess this is supposed to... It's a spooky pine lamp with an ominous glow. It requires 2 stable goo, 1 spine nub, and some needles. I guess I could do a couple of these in here. It might be like a limited time thing. So
A feat of miniature engineering, that one.
is it actually glowing? I don't know if I like this. I don't know if I'd rather just have regular old lamps. It uses a lot of expensive materials. Like, I wouldn't call them expensive. I call them pain in the ass to get materials. So we have 2 of these for Halloween, I guess, but that's not what we're gonna do for the rest of it. This is a scorpion lamp. I guess that's cool. You can throw that in the corner here. We are running out of space. But that's actually pretty nice and glowy. And I'll do 1 more scorpion lamp over her. I did... Oh, never mind. I guess my fireplace is over here. Let's light this guy up. And move my campfire. For now. I killed a lot of scorpions in the freezer, dude. I killed so many scorpions. I would like to have some regular old Rudy torches up here. Regular Rudy is from Bob's Burgers. No, regular size Rudy is what is from Bob's Burgers. I don't know. I've been saying it. I've been saying it for years now. Where the hell is the line? You know what we're gonna do? We'll construct 2 of these, and then I'll be able to see what the hell I'm doing. I'm trying to intentionally build on the line here. Meanwhile, I got like spooky music playing in the background, combined with like this upbeat, like do music. That might be how that goes. I'd love to be able to get up there. Maybe I should have done the lighting first. And there's 1 more. And I'm just trying to time it so that they're somewhat even. I don't need perfect, but I don't want like intentionally bad. That's really bad. On the way down. On the way down. On the way down. No! Why? Alright, this is amazing game design. There we go. That is what it is, guys. I'm just gonna build these. I could build a scaffolding or something. I've never built one before. I don't know what they're for, but... Okay. That one is the only one that's really bad. It just needs to be centered and medium tall. I mean, it is what it is. So we can see up there now. That's okay. I don't like this spooky lighting. I'm just going to put it outside. I'm putting the damn pumpkin outside too. I just want to be able to see. And the lighting is garbage, so you can't see nothing. This is going to be my outside, and maybe I'll put it on both sides of this. I can't fit the ant through there anyway. Might as well make it even more awkward. Alright, welcome to the shark house. I have no clue. They'll be moved. I don't like the pumpkin either. You're fired, pumpkin. You're fired. We're gonna go right here in this corner. The problem with the... Look at this. This is the problem. I can literally build it, and it will just be glitched out through the side of the wall. That's the problem with big, round 3D objects, and the fact that there's, like, clipping problems. So, if you give a shit at all, it is you can't use it. This is, like, unusable. So, I like the free stuff, but it's just so freaking big. I mean, it's a pumpkin, right? So it does pumpkin things. But does it have to be huge? I mean, I guess we're little, right? So this would be actually a tiny pumpkin. So maybe I'm complaining to nobody. I like those torches, and I'm gonna follow that process down here. Stop it. I guess right there. And we're running out of sap, which happens. And it's also going to be light soon, so I'm not going to be able to see where I need my lighting. But that's okay. I'd probably want one more here. You can chill. You can chill. There we go. We can see our stuff. We can move this more to the middle, and I'll have to build that. So I have things I have to get anyway. Clearly, I have to get some more butterflies. That'll be an easy thing for us to get. And we have to do lighting in here, the rest of it. But this is actually a good start. This right here is a little awkward, but we're making it work. We're making it work. There's more things that we can put in here. I just don't know what... This is going to be more like decor, like seats, rugs, tools, signs, which I don't have a lot of the sign stuff yet. There's also stuff that we could do with clay, which we really haven't started doing yet, that could add a lot of character. So, like, these are kind of cool because that scared the crap out of me. I was like, what? That's this damn thing. 2 mint shards. Great. Get in the damn mint shard box. So, I was able to put all the stuff back where it's supposed to go. Except for pine needles, because I literally have 2 pine needles left after all of that. But in theory, there's some cool stuff you could do with this. I mean, I could potentially do this. This actually might be better. Like, that might be cooler than this whole thing. And this almost looks like it's on purpose now. And I have plenty of clay. Can I build it there? I can't. Let's get rid of it. That's pretty cool. And then I just have this little tiny gap here. It looks kind of... I think that looks kind of better. But in any case, there's like other stuff that we could do to add more character to this place. I have this angle here. You can build on an angle. So I can technically do some cool lighting on these middle panels. Which is probably what we're going to do. I have enough tree sap for it. What the hell? I feel like this is... Are they all glitched out? Wow. I guess we got some We got some problems over her. Yeah, I don't know if I'm doing that because of the glitch. That's not cool. I guess we'll just do it like here. Just like the other ones. Yeah, they have some things to work on. Up the grounded 2 headquarters. We got floating torches on the inside angle. I mean, technically, the fire would burn the fucking clovers, so I guess you wouldn't do that, right? In like, you know, fire prevention 101. There are also hanging things, which I don't believe we've received a lot of those. This is a skull mount. That's interesting. We do have rugs. Of course, the tables are always decent. In fact, that might have been a better solution than... This is an okay solution for this. What's cool about this is you can actually put baskets on them. You can put other objects on them as well. Obviously not that giant trick-or-treat thing, but there are other objects we could, like, hypothetically, we could put a weevil, or other small insects. I would do a corner, usually, but we need to spin this guy around and put other things next to him, too. I don't think I have much in this game quite yet that we could utilize. So even this stuff is all pretty... It's all pretty big. I think the scorpion bed is probably something that might give you... what's under attack? Something's attacking somebody. I think us. The scorpion bed might be a bed we have to make. So there's supposed to be a comfort level, or a comfiness. So when you make all this stuff in Grounded, the original Grounded, every one of these had a comfort level associated with it. At level 5, you got all kinds of bonuses. We need one of these. This is important. I don't have one yet. I don't know what the spider is fighting out there, but it's pretty pissed off. I think this whole wall needs to go back one. So I'm not on this angle right here. For now, I will just put this here. And not there. It'll be here. We just made this relevant not too long ago. There's the... not fall defense. Attack stamina is a pain because of aphid meat. But there's... yeah, venom resistance is pretty good. And it only takes apple bits, which honestly are not that difficult to get. You can go into anthills and they are plentiful. As you can see, I killed so many scorpions, and thistle needles are not a big thing. So venom resistance is pretty, I think, going to be one of the strongest food items when you're dealing with, I mean, it helps you against the wolf spider. It helps you against, of course, almost everything, especially of course, the end game. It helps you. I don't see anything that's anti, like critical attack stamina is good. I need fighting anti-fire food too, so that might be something that we need. But guys, I'm going to call it here. We have we've moved some things. Our base is definitely in a better position. We haven't killed too many bugs, but we are sort of getting there, and my setup is ready for me to really do a much bigger build out. So in the future, spinning wheels all the way to the end, grinders from here to about here, and we'll just kind of get that all set up and running. The idea would be to be able to produce mass stuff quickly, so that we can start look at the rest of this deck we have to mess with. We can do a whole little town over here. So now that's only if we can't get attacked up here. And if we can get attacked up here, my entire approach has to be changed. But so far, I haven't done one key thing. I have not, in the quests, wherever the hell the quests are, I have not built the 2 spike strips. This is what kicks off being attacked. So I'm intentionally waiting. I have to move the stairs and do something with the stairs. There's a lot of things I have to do. But for now, we're safe. We're safe. We can continue to accumulate and build to deal with various problems. And yeah, we will get there. All right, I'm going to end the video just by looking around and appreciating all the spooky. There's lots of spooky going on. I don't know what this white glowing outline is, if it's my computer or if that's by design, but we're doing pretty good. I like to think that if a human being was walking on this deck, they would notice that there's something here. This is very crafted. So that's big enough to be like, oh wow, there is a little tiny individual surviving in the park. It's not just in the grass. So, alright guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care.